what better time to vlog than when in traffic, right? Just kidding. Anyways, so I'm off to the CanFit Pro Expo, woo, and I will be doing the Inside Fitness magazine booth. I'll be there Friday and Saturday, but this will be posted after the expo, so there's no point in me saying that. Anyways, I just finished an awesome, like, 4-hour workout. I literally thought I might starve to death. Like, I've never been so hungry and so depleted after a workout than that one. I did like complete upper body, I guess, except arms. So I guess I just did shoulders and back. And I did quads. I did leg extensions for 6 sets, minimal rest, pump it out. It was good. I always do quads with shoulders pretty much. So aside from that, oh, and I did some steady state cardio because I like to do HIIT, but I did HIIT all week because I knew that I'd be out of town this weekend, and I'm very picky about which style of spin bike I use when I do my HIIT. Like, I don't like the spin bikes that you twist. I like the ones where you push the knob up and down. I don't know, it just totally affects my mood and my how I feel about HIIT, and you have to be in a good mindset to do HIIT. Another thing, I am blessed up that my mom let me use her Jeep because it has AC, whereas my Jeep Wrangler has no AC, and there's a heat warning wave, a heat effect in I don't know where, but in Toronto for sure. So there was no way I was driving standard in the heat after leg day. So I'm freaking lucky as hell that she let me use her vehicle. What else I want to say? Oh, so for my food prep, I really wish I showed you guys sooner, but I have had no time. Anyways, so I packed my food for 4 days. I did the same thing I did in Winnipeg, where I portioned my protein for each meal individually, and then I put all those little baggies into one big bag that says Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Also, I packed all my zucchini for 4 days. It took like 2 coolers. And another good thing I have is it's a cooler. You probably can't see it, but it's a cooler that plugs into the wall or into your car, and it keeps everything either cooled or hot. So I'm so lucky I have one of those because I am able to keep my zucchini nice and cold and fresh to last me the weekend. I just had my Zoats post-workout, and they weren't in the cooler, and the zucchini went bad that was in the Zoats, and they did not taste so good. But nonetheless, I ate it because I've eaten worse things before, and they're still really freaking good. And I added my caramel toffee stevia, which I can show you, which is bay. And that kind of mucked up the awful taste of gross zucchini. Another thing, I don't know if you guys saw my Snapchat or my Instagram post, but I was at the gym the other day, and I'm done cardio, sweating my balls off, and I grab a paper towel to wipe my face from all the sweat, right? Well, as I'm dragging the Kleenex across my face, I feel like a sting. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like, I was just so shocked, so I dropped it, and there was a bee inside the freaking Kleenex, and it stung me 3 times right here. It goes like a line, 1, 2, 3. Like, I just don't understand why. Actually, it makes sense because it's just my luck, but it was actually pretty funny. But I was like, it actually hurt. Like, I haven't been stung by a bee since I was probably like 5 years old. Like, I didn't even know what it felt like until yesterday. So there's that. Hope that entertains you. So be in Toronto the 6th. Yeah. And tomorrow I'm having a cheat. I can't. I'm staying with my friend Melissa. Instagram name, it is Melissa Fitness. I will insert here. I'm staying at her house for Friday night and Saturday night, and we're gonna go to Toronto tomorrow and have some yummy food because Toronto has the best weird food. Sweets. I want sweets. Okay, so off to the expo I go in this crazy traffic, and I will update you from there. Okay, bye guys. Hey guys, heading to the CanFit Pro Expo. Living nightmare trying to get here. No parking. Oh my god, it's starting to rain and my hair is straight. I literally can't. So, I'm new to YouTube. Say hi fam. Hello. We're at the CanFit Pro Expo and I made my live today. Fuck you all bitches. Okay fam, we're heading down to the expo now. After being 2.5 hours late, being caught in the rain, being sleep deprived, being surrounded by people because I hate people right now and I'm angry. So let's go! Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a video after the CanFit Pro about how it went and what happened. So it's over now. I know I didn't vlog as much as I wanted to. So what happened was my last day when I was coming home, all my food was bad. My zucchini was bad, my fish was bad, my eggs were bad, everything was bad. All weekend I had a lot of stomach problems too because I was eating bad food pretty much. My digestion just wasn't great, like my stomach was hurting, plus all the protein samples, it was just a mess. So I'm finally feeling better, and for me, I'm so connected with my GI that when my gut doesn't feel good, I get so obsessed about it and then I don't feel good and I'm just in a shitty mood. So anyways, the GI is better, so I feel better. So CanFit was awesome. I got to meet so many amazing people, people that share the same passion, people who want to compete. I got to give some advice. It was just a good time. Got to meet lots of people from the OPA, people from Instagram. I love meeting Insta friends in real life. I feel like it's amazing to connect with people who you've been talking to over social media and get to put a face to that name, so that's a lot of fun for me. It might seem like I'm obsessed with fitness, but this is, like, I feel like this is my life, and I'm not afraid to say that. Like, I finally feel like I have found where I belong or where I fit in, and Insta friends and fitness, going to the gym is what I like to do. I rather do that than go out on a Friday night and stay up till 4 a.m. I rather wake up at 4 a.m. and get a good lift in early and feel productive and have a good day. A good productive day. And I used to be afraid to say that, but now I feel like I'm I'm more comfortable with it, and I'm okay with being weird if people want to say that's weird or out of the norm. I'm not your typical 22-year-old, but that's what I find enjoyable, and that's okay with me. So off with that rant. Oh, so back to what I was saying about after the CanFit Pro with all my food going bad. So on my way home, I had lots of salads. I was so hungry too, which sucked even more. So I had a couple Subway salads, and I use mustard as my dressing. But whenever I use mustard, it makes me hold a lot of water. Like, I've always been like that with mustard, and I haven't used mustard in probably a year until after my last show, a week and a half ago. So I reintroduced mustard. Mustard caused me to hold a lot of water, and I probably had about like 7 Subway salads this weekend because I'm obsessed. So I was holding a lot of water, plus that mixed with all the GI issues. Just sodium overload this weekend, but I think I finally sweat it all out, and I'm feeling pretty good now. So I did a lot of salads. I had some fish that was still good, so I ate that, and I just got turkey in my salads, so that was good protein. Somebody suggested to buy a rotisserie chicken from like a Sobeys or a grocery store, and that was a really good idea because I had my food scale with me, so I could have done that for another protein source. But I ended up having enough protein left from the fish that was okay, and I just finished off my protein macros when I got home. Carbs wasn't bad because I had oats with me and rice cakes, and that's pretty much my basic go-tos for carbs. It's just veg that I was more concerned with, but like I said, I figured it out. So okay, so the next thing I wanted to mention was what I was doing after peak week, and kind of how I'm handling my reverse diet. So I'm not going to be with a coach for my off season because I prefer to do my own off season. I like to have control. It's kind of a problem I have. So doing my own off season, I have control. I have control of how much cardio I do, how much I'm going to increase my macros, and it's all with comfort. Like, I know I need to put on size, but for me there's no rush, and like I'd rather be comfortable than rush things and be worried about myself the whole time or not feel good in my own body. So what I did last week was the week after my show, I always keep to my peak week plan. So I will do peak week macros and peak week cardio. And I believe that this is really important and a big mistake a lot of people don't do post-show, because after a weekend of eating a bunch of crap, essentially, in a lot of calories and sugar and sodium that your body isn't used to, your digestion is going to be most likely all messed up, out of whack. That mixed with all the sugars and sodium, it's just you feel like crap, basically, for most people anyways. I personally like to do my peak week macros again so my digestion can get back on track. I can hopefully burn off some of the excess calories that I did eat over the weekend, and let my body adjust back to its homeostasis level, or where it was pre-show. I feel that it is important to train after a show. A lot of people believe that you should take time off after a show. Your body needs to recover, because you just put it through hell and back during prep. But I personally believe that after a show is the optimal time to grow. Your body has just had all this food, all these calories. It's ready to go. You feel good. Why would you restrict yourself and not train? So I'm a big believer in training post-show, utilizing the calories that you did eat, and just having fun in the gym. Like, don't feel like you need to stick to a plan. Just have some fun and train what you want to train. I always feel like I have the best pumps after a show, clearly, because of all the food, and that my body feels good. Like, it feels good after a show, and if I feel like I need a rest day, then I'll take a rest day. But I've always trained the Sunday after my show. Like, shows are on Saturday. Sunday I'll hit the gym. I usually do about an hour of steady state cardio because it feels good to sweat out all those gross foods. And I just train pretty much I'll do a full body workout of just stuff that feels good. So a little bit of legs, back, shoulders, arms, just whatever feels good. And usually you're in a different city when you do a show, so I get to try out the different gyms and try out their different machines, which is always fun. It's always fun to train in somebody else's gym. Okay, so I do my peak week macros the week after my show, and I knew I was going to Toronto for the CanFit Pro on the Thursday to the Sunday, so I was anticipating to have a cheat with my friend. And normally I'm not one to have a cheat. Like, I'd rather increase my macros steadily than be depleted and have a cheat. But I did something different this time. I decided that I'll stick to my peak week macros, deplete myself some more, and then have this big cheat on the weekend because I was going to Toronto and I wanted to try some of Toronto's good food. So my friend and I, it is Melissa Fitness, we went to this place, I actually forget what it was called, but we had, oh my god, we had an amazing waffle, and I didn't even vlog it. Like, I just wanted to faceplant. So it was like this amazing, and I'm not a waffle person. Like, I totally prefer to have a crepe, but this waffle was unbelievable. Like, I think I'm forever changed to be a waffle person versus crepe, which is like life changing. So I had this waffle with, it had chocolate and vanilla ice cream, but the ice cream was so rich. Like, it was so good. And I'm lactose intolerant, but I still did it because it was so good. It had a banana, it had a caramel brownie, oh my god, it had whipped cream, chocolate syrup. It was just literally heaven. And after we had that, I decided I still wasn't done, and I've been craving red meat like crazy, and I don't eat red meat. Like, red meat doesn't really digest well for me, but I convinced Melissa to go to Jack Astor's, and it was like 1:30 a.m. at this point, but I really wanted a burger, and I had my first restaurant burger in like ever. I've never ever had a restaurant burger, and I don't know why. Like, I've always been scared to have the excess calories. Like, I've just been weird like that. I'm always in prep basically, so, and then post show I always rather have my Subway or Pita Pit. But I actually finally had a burger from a restaurant, and it was the most sensational thing I've ever had in my entire life. Like, I can't even describe to you. I put so much mayonnaise and ketchup on it, and it was just a basic burger, no cheese, with bacon, and I put lots of ketchup, lots of mayo. I basically dipped it in mayonnaise because I'm obsessed with mayonnaise, and I just had veggies on the side because I did have the waffle and I wanted to be somewhat good and not get fries, but it was literally sensational, and I'm so happy I did it. And honestly, I haven't weighed myself since I've been back, but it is Tuesday, August 16th, so it's only been a couple days since I've been home. But the point of me not weighing myself is because I'm waiting for the sodium to flush out from this weekend, and I know sodium holds water, so there's no point in weighing myself if I know I'm going to be higher in weight. It's just not accurate in my opinion, so there's no point in getting all in my head about it. So I haven't weighed myself yet, but by looking at myself in the mirror and comparing pictures, I feel like I'm pretty much exactly how I looked at peak week. If anything, I'm fuller. My muscles are fuller. So this just reassured me that I can have a cheat meal and get back on my plan and like it be fine. Like, there wasn't a rebound from a cheat meal. So if there's anything I can tell you is don't be afraid to have a cheat meal. Like, it is okay, and I'm so glad that I've personally learned that, because I've always been afraid to have a cheat. I've always been afraid to go to a restaurant and have a meal with my family or with my friends. I would always get like chicken and veg or just something healthy. But I believe that if you stick to your macros, and you're good with your diet and training, you deserve a cheat meal, especially if you're in your off season, because why not? Like, there's no reason to suffer, but at the same time, there's no reason to go crazy. Just be reasonable, have a decent cheat, satisfy your cravings, and get back on track. You're not going to put on 5 pounds of weight. Like I said, it's all about moderation, being reasonable, enjoying life, but at the same time, keep your goals in sight and don't go crazy. And I believe that if you have a little bit of what you're craving every now and then, you'll satisfy the cravings, so you won't go for a full-out binge. Whereas if you're constantly depriving yourself of anything, like even vegetables, how I only eat zucchini, if you're constantly depriving yourself of other nutrients, your body is going to naturally have cravings, and you're just going to want to eat the world. So So a little bit of moderation every now and then versus restricting, binging, restricting, binging. It's like an endless cycle. So keep that in mind. Also, with that being said, I've been having lots of cravings after the show, and I think it's because I wasn't eating a lot of nutrients. I was eating the same thing every day, even though if it fits your macros, I was still eating the same thing every day because I knew how my body responded to it, and I wanted to look good for show. And I was eating the same thing every day for about the last 4 weeks of prep, but like I said, it's so I could track water, track sodium, is to keep everything stable and predictable at that point. And I believe that that is okay if you're competing, but for everyday life, it's not really necessary. Like, it's okay to have some mustard if it's going to cause water. Like, so what, right? It's not like I'm going to be pulling up my shirt to show somebody my abs. So after the show, I was having lots of cravings. So I added different vegetables into my diet. I've been having orange and yellow peppers. I've been having lots of tomatoes, lots of salads with a mixture of vegetables. And I think my body was just craving micronutrients and vitamins from different sources besides zucchini. But I still do eat my zucchini. But since I've been having those, my cravings have gone down a bit. I've also been craving red meat, so I actually bought extra lean ground beef today, and I'm probably going to make a burger because it's homemade. I know what I'm putting in it, and it's okay to have beef. But these are just simple things that people don't really think about, but when you're in prep for so long, your mind gets distorted, and you think you only should be eating these certain foods and nothing else because that's all you really know because you've been in prep for so long. But after a show, it's important to get back into eating a variety of different foods, get back into training different things, begin to enjoy your training again. You should, you don't need to necessarily follow a plan, in my opinion, but you do want to have that stable baseline so you can keep track of your volume and how much you're doing, so you don't train too much or too little. But do the things you want, train how you want. Cardio, do cardio as you feel. Don't feel you need to do cardio every day unless you're on a strict reverse diet plan. But if you've done a few shows and you know yourself, now I'm just doing cardio as I feel. I'm still gonna, I was doing 4 sessions towards the end of my prep, so I'm gonna stick those 4 sessions in still, but I'm gonna decrease them to 10 intervals instead of 12, and then if I feel like I need to do more cardio because of the cheat I ate and I feel like my body needs it, then I'll take it. And if not, because I'm in off-season or improvement season, then I won't. I'm just going to listen to my body and do as I feel. And if I feel tired, I'll take a rest day. It's nice because now there's no pressure. It's do as you feel and everything in moderation, basically. No more depriving of yourself from foods, different food groups. It's good. This is a good time. This is a time for growth. This is a time for improvement. Improvement season is even more crucial than your actual prep because this is where your gains are made for your next season. This time, if anything, is more important. So you want to utilize your calories. You want to utilize your training. But at the same time, you want to enjoy it. There is no time off. Improvement season, you're still working just as hard as you were in prep, except now there's a different focus. It's to put on muscle rather than get lean. But at the same time, you don't want to put on a ton of weight because it's unnecessary to put on a ton of fat. It's going to make you feel sluggish. That's a different story. I'm not even going to go there right now. But I want to thank you for watching, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. Sorry, this was kind of like rambles, but I feel like it was good, it was important, and it was informative. If you have any questions about reverse dieting, leave a comment below, and I'll be happy to answer. I feel pretty good about my reverse diet, though. I'm just going to take it as it is, take it day by day, see how I feel. You can't do a set plan because you're always changing, you're always adjusting. So I believe going with how you feel is most important. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and be sure to subscribe. Thanks, guys.